It's your boy Dance, back with another video. And today we are reacting to new Blade abilities leaked in Marvel Rivals Season 3. You know I love a good leaker. So, before I even show you who the leaker is, we're gonna react to it. And then we'll go back and check him out. And if he's a viable leaker, guess what, guys? We will be reacting to much more material from my boy here. So let's get it.
Mr. Wobbs here, and welcome back to a brand new video. The news just keeps getting better, because if you haven't watched...
Start it over. Stop being weird. That was weird. Don't be weird to me.
My last video, that breaks down the leak that shares both new heroes coming to Season 3.
And Phoenix was already one of the hinted ones. So the fact that he's got that lets me know he's got some kind of solid sources, okay? Phoenix was a big one. We kind of already knew Blade was gonna be something. I mean, you don't put him in the game for nothing. That's how I feel. You don't put him in the game for nothing. Gotta drop him.
Phoenix and Blade.
And he's out of the bed, by the way.
Along with a bunch of skins confirmed, the events, etc. Definitely go and watch that video, but you're here for Blade's abilities. Now, Blade is indeed coming in Season 3. I believe he's coming in the second half of Season 3. That might be subject to change, but now, thanks to Rivals Info, we have a description of all his abilities. And
hey, shout out to Rivals Info. Go ahead and follow them right now. Get that follow going.
How he's going to play. Now, just as a backstory, Blade has been a leaked hero since the very start of Marvel Rivals release. We knew he was coming, and of course, he's been teased in the lore a bunch. He was locked up by Dracula, we freed him, then he decided to go and sleep on Wakanda, and I guess now in Season 3, when we're fighting Null, he's decided to show up. And from the game files, he is leaked to be a duelist, and now we have his actual ability descriptions for the first time. Let's see what we have. Now, just as a preface, this is subject to change. Certain things could definitely be tweaked, but I think a lot of these will be pretty much spot on. Okay. So, the primary fire, now some of this is...
And I'm not even surprised that he's a duelist. Like, can we really be surprised? Like, why would you make him a vanguard or a tank, first off? Why would you make him a strategist or a healer? So, I felt like duelist was the only route you go with Blade. Okay, use Dracula's sword to slash in front of you, inflicting damage to the enemy you hit. Kind of reminds me of the person he's playing right now. Magic.
Translated from Chinese, but the Blade Chopper is his primary fire, and he uses Dracula's sword to slash in front of him, inflicting damage to the enemy you hit. So it seems he is going to be a melee sword-wielding character. He will use Dracula's sword. Obviously, we've seen him depicted with it on his back in all of the Marvel Rivals artwork, and we could see the concept art of Blade. Now, he had two swords there, but we'll get into that. So yeah, his primary fire, he's wielding a sword, he slashes it in front of him. I feel like this is feeling a little bit like magic at the moment, pretty much the exact same way that she uses her sword. But he has a second primary fire. So his secondary fire is the hunting gun. This allows you to use a hunting shotgun to fire a long-range explosive fragmentation round that delivers a large amount of shrapnel at the point of detonation.
So a sword and the shotgun. All right, now we're creating a real Blade. We got the weapons, we got the ammunition, we've got the bullets, and we've got the sword.
Okay, let's see. So this is like a secondary fire, a little bit like Punisher. You can switch between having your sword out or having your hunting shotgun. Now it's long range, so you can actually be a pretty well-equipped ranged character despite being a melee sword fighting guy. But this explosive fragmentation round sounds to me a bit like Roadhog from Overwatch. Does that make sense? Like the way that you shoot and then
with the shrapnel, yeah. That's kind of the vibe I was getting, but more explosive, I guess. Not necessarily shotgun.
Shot explodes at a certain point, dealing more damage if you hit that accurately. Obviously, if the person's further away, they'll be hit with less of the shrapnel, dealing less damage. And if the person's too close, I assume it then won't explode and deal the maximum amount of damage. I really do think that they've used Roadhog's gun there as sort of inspiration. That's what it sounds like to me. It might be completely different, But based on that description, I'm feeling like he's got a bit of a Roadhog shotgun. Now, we also
But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's a hunting gun, so shotgun makes sense.
have his abilities. So his right click ability, the damage block. I assume this is what we thought was called Fang Deflect before. And this allows you to use Dracula's sword to set up a sword stance that reduces damage in front of you. So he does have a way of mitigating damage, and rather than just having your typical shield, he allows you to basically block incoming fire using Dracula's sword.
What if you could deflect it back, or you just block it?
So I assume this will just look like you're holding the sword up in front of you, and you take reduced damage, so you don't
Probably hit like a ding, 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 you know, something like a ding, 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 ding. You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of cool. Kind of cool. So far, I'm like,
actually
It seems like it's gonna be fun. I feel like he's still gonna be pretty mobile.
block all damage like a shield would. Now, I wonder if the sword itself has a certain amount of health, essentially, or if you can just use this permanently. It sounds to me like you might be able to use this kind of permanently, as long as it's on a maybe a little cooldown.
I was about to say, it probably has a cooldown. I don't know about permanently.
But yeah, reducing the amount of damage that you take sounds pretty nice. It sounds like Magic honestly needs something like this. Then we have the E ability, Blood Liberation. Activate Vampiric Bloodline. All blood becomes Dracula's blood. Gains stronger sensors. Can't be healed at this time, but can restore Dracula's blood by inflicting damage. Okay, this ability description doesn't actually really give away too much information.
I'm about to say, I don't really understand that, because at first I was thinking lifesteal, but it was like you can't be healed. So I'm like, what? Is it lifesteal? Or like an extra armor shield during this period from Dracula's blood? But you can't be healed, so you can still take that? I don't know. I'm
So
trying
it
to make
seems like his E ability lets him transform, not necessarily transform, but amp up. Gaining stronger sensors, I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean. To me,
I'm like, maybe he's faster and jumps a little higher. I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense too.
I feel like it's most likely going to be his ability where he can see through walls. It was leaked by XOX Leak before. They thought that he'd have a passive ability where he could see enemies through walls. It sounds to me like this, giving him stronger sensors, is alluding to being able to kind of smell the enemies around obstacles.
Like a wall hack vibe. I wonder if he's like, he can smell them and he gets like faster, like hunt them type vibe. That sounds intense, and low key sounds like he's going to be broken as like usual new characters usually are. Not all of them, but they usually are.
Through walls. So I think this will maybe give him the ability to see nearby enemies through walls or something like that. And also amp up some of his other abilities. He can also not be healed. So this must be a pretty strong ability for saying you have to be antied to even use it. But because you can't be healed, it seems like dealing damage will heal you. It says it restores Dracula's blood, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, what is that? Like an extra like shield that gets increased from taking like inflicting damage?
I assume that means it heals you. So this ability basically puts you in a mode where you have to deal damage to keep yourself alive, but you also get some extra benefits.
You basically become magic in this point.
We also have his shift ability, so his kind of movement. Sprint forward. If wielding a gun, shoot an enemy and apply reduce healing. Or if wielding a sword, slash an enemy and apply to reduce movement speed.
He got the sword out, he slow you down. Can you switch it mid? Would that be crazy? Step and chop, step and shot. That's basically what it is. Step and chop, step and shot. You can sprint forward, hit the slow. Sprint forward. It's like a chase down move. Oh my god.
Speed. That actually sounds pretty cool. So if you got the sword equipped, you can dash forward and hit the enemy. Sounds a lot like Magic's dash, to be fair. And then that will reduce the movement speed of the enemy you hit, obviously allowing you to then stay up close with the sword.
Unless you have the gun. So if you got the gun, you dash forward, hit them with the reduced healing so they can't get to the healer, pull out the sword and go crazy. Just saying, man, that would be kind of fire.
Sword and deal more damage and prevent them from escaping. Or if you have the gun, you just shoot them and apply healing reduction. So not really an anti, but very close to that. Healing.
See, I think you're thinking too mid with this one right now, my boy. You could do so much more. I feel like that switch, especially since those are both primary fires, the switch up would be crazy. Like you get that reduced movement speed, let's say with the sword, and then you switch to the gun, and now you're bang, bang, banging them. Are you like? It's a lot of combos you can put into this. It sounds pretty crazy right now.
Reduction now in Marvel Rivals, things could get a little bit messy here. I don't know what to think of that. Let me know in the comments. And then we have his ultimate ability. Now, this was called New Moon when it was first leaked, so let's see. After building up your strength for a short period of time, you quickly unsheath your sword and charge forward, while releasing a powerful chop and leaving Dracula's sword frantically chopping the area behind you.
Oh.
What? Okay.
My God. Low-key sounds like... I don't know if you guys have ever played Smite, but like a Mercury dash through, but leaving like a Psylocke ult behind. Type of vibe. This sounds insane. I wonder how long, like, what's the duration of that?
Sorry.
If this is going to be the...
What? So it's basically a quick charge in one direction, I imagine. Can you control it on the way? Who knows? But you seem to chop people in front of you at the same time as leaving the sword chopping behind you. So it just seems like a huge area of effect, damage, ability. I mean, he is a DPS, so it makes sense. I guess this would be a good way to initiate or kind of take someone out. It sounds to me a little bit like Black Panther's ult, where you kind of aim it in a direction, but it also leaves a damaging ability behind you.
What I want to know is what his health's going to look like, because it sounds like he's going to be pretty strong dive. I mean, he's giving dive vibes, but he's also giving kind of like a hybrid dive. I don't really know yet, but it's giving like both. Like he has the option to dive and stay mid-range. Like that's what it's giving. That's the vibe it's giving me.
Interesting. I don't know what to think of that. It doesn't sound that crazy, but obviously in practice, this thing could go absolutely wild. So let me know your thoughts on those abilities. We do have his team up as of when he was originally leaked. Of course, once again, subject to change, but in the game files, he has the team up with Cloak and Dagger. This is the same as the Moon Knight team up, so he can just be shrouded and gain healing. And like I said, his passive ability may be similar to Punisher, where you can see people through walls, and that is actually just a permanent passive. And then his Blood Liberation ability could make you stronger in other areas. So that is what we know so far about Blade. Like I said, I don't know if he's coming first or second. I'm led to believe that he's coming second on August 8th, and Phoenix will be releasing before him. But I feel like at this point, so much is getting leaked, we should be seeing a trailer pretty soon. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you interpreted the abilities slightly different, or maybe you have some references where other characters sound similar to these abilities, be it from another game or what, do let me know. And yeah,
low-key, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, and I'm loving the breakdown that he has. That's kind of what makes me like it. This is Dillbobs, I guess that's how you say it. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe because I'm already liking the leaks, and he seems like he has pretty resourceful sources when it comes to these leaks. So we will definitely be following him. I'm already liking the leak. Anyways, man, what do y'all think about these leaks for Blade? Because it looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. Y'all comment down below, leave a like and share, man, if you guys are deep in the Marvel Rivals game, and let me know what y'all think about this Blade leak, and if you like the moves or if they trash, let me know. We're on the road to 3K subs. Let's get it up. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. Always remember that the work has to follow the dream, like the dream, the prayer, and the wish. Let's get it. Let's go. And we out of here. Peace.